Hello.
Hello.
What's going on, y'all?
We got some bad decks for you today.
Well, we have a. Well, they might be good. You know,
But they're probably bad.
These are probably the heroes that people were least excited about. I guess we're getting into the heroes that people are least excited about. And these are at least the heroes that are harder to deck build with.
Bad. Yeah. Nice, Nihil. Thanks.
I went with Hondo Yellow, and I just kind of put good green and yellow cards and like a few smuggle cards. I was not leaning heavily on the smuggle mechanic for when I was building this deck.
Yeah.
I just put it in when it made sense because I don't think you can really smuggle every turn.
So you don't if you do smuggle every turn, your guys are probably under curve.
They're probably really under curve and bad, and the experience does not make up for that.
No,
it does not make up for it at all. And then I made Bo-Katan. I was thinking about Bo-Katan blue because you get like the blue Mando stuff, and I think that's probably maybe a better shell. But I went with red because it seems more fun.
Yeah,
Target Town actually with Bo is pretty good.
Yeah. It's
pretty good. Guy. You can target, kill any guy.
Yeah. Kill up the curve. Now I've got Dr. Aphra blue, and I've got Hunter yellow. Now this Dr. Aphra blue is a control shell. The theory behind it, one of the few cards that works well with Dr. Aphra is Brutal Traditions. So if you mill Brutal Traditions with Dr. Aphra, this is just a card you can play later on. And another theory is that if you play 3 removal cards and then you deploy Dr. Aphra and you put one of those 3 removal cards in your hand, then you are at +1 removal with deploying your leader. So even if your leader explodes immediately, then you at least got a removal card for her, right? I don't even think you deploy her unless her condition will always be met, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think unless you need to clear something. Yeah. She's fine as like a 2/5 clearing some units and dying. Like that's fine, right?
Yeah. That's totally okay.
She's not your win con or anything.
Now, so this Hunter deck is highly experimental. It's Novo Riche. It is avant-garde. It is Dadaist. So something that the deck can do is if you draw 2 of the same 1-drop unique, you can play that 1-drop unique as a resource, and then on the first turn play that 1-drop unique and then use Hunter's ability, reveal the card and draw it, right? And so you basically get to draw a card on turn 1, right? Because if reveal a resource you control, if it shares a name with a friendly unique unit, return that resource to its owner's hand and put the top card of your deck into play as a resource. So, now I didn't play Bail Organa in here. Those who want to test at home, go for that. You can play in green-yellow, you can play Maz, Greedo, R2, and Bail Organa. And then you've got 4 1-drop unique people, and you mulligan to try to hit. You don't. It's not required that you hit 2 of 1. It's just... it's nice if you do, and I'm not entirely sure.
You wouldn't necessarily mulligan for it, but
yeah, somebody who's a nerd could maybe figure out the math behind double digits. If you've got 4 of them, right? You need to hit 1 of them. That's a 3 and 6 is like a 1 in 20 for that, and then you've got 5 chances to hit that card. A 1 in or a 2 in 59 after that point. But you got 5 shots at it. So I think you're probably at and then you multiply that by 4 or whatever, right? I don't know. It sounds like it's like low double digits, maybe 10, 12%. I don't know, just off the top of my head. But we're also trying out, if we've got all these 1-drops, then Ma seems good.
Yeah.
We're in green, and we do a little bit of ramping here and there. But I am playing U-Wing because Ma seems sick with U-Wing. We're trying out the Marauder. We're trying out now Echo. I don't know if you played Echo.
I not played Echo. Yeah.
So
actually,
Echo seems sick. Yeah. Echo actually has, I think, a lot of play. You may discard a card from your hand, give 2 experience tokens to a unit with the same name as the discarded card. So I actually kind of want to go back to the drawing board on like a Lando green, because you can deploy Lando's leader on 4, then play Echo on 4, discard Lando unit, give Lando leader +2 experience tokens, right? And that seems not bad. That seems pretty good. That makes the Lando leader a lot harder to kill. Like when you've got 2 attack as a leader, you just kind of get bullied because a lot of units that people are going to play can just attack into you and they won't even die in the process, right? So that might happen. There's no hunter unit, so you can't echo hunter, but hunter's kind of a big fat body. He's a 5/8 with overwhelm. Okay, so hunter himself doesn't really need like a ton of help to get some damage in. He does deploy on 7, which makes him kind of come out pretty late.
What's his on attack?
His on attack is his ability.
So it's interesting because you wing on that turn and then deploy hunter and attack with him, and you'll have a bunch of guys to like trigger off of.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I've seen some potential with hunter.
So yeah, I mean it's I think like Han Green probably uses most of these cards and does a better job with them. I'm packing Omega. And so I suspect Omega stocks go through the roof in the next set if it is Clone Wars, because then Omega basically just goes and gets like probably
whatever you want.
One out of 5 cards in the next set, right? Like if it's actual Clone Wars, and there's a ton of clones to get, Omega probably goes and gets a bunch of those. Omega stat line's pretty bad. There's I'm not playing off faction clones.
Yeah, I feel like she's too fragile to rely on.
That's correct.
Right?
Yeah. That's my opinion too. Is that she's way too fragile. I mean, so it's just like I don't see how like deploying tech on 3 so that you can then smuggle in Omega on 4 so that you could then play Crosshair off. I don't know. Like it doesn't. A lot of it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't. Like Omega's kind of too fragile right now. So I put some thought into this hunter deck. Like I said, it's mostly an experiment. I want to see how some of the cards in the deck do because I have not played with the cards yet. I suspect much of it is bad, but that's fine.
That's why we're here.
We're here to experiment with cards. Let's try Hunter into Hondo.
Okay.
I'm just here to our stonks have room to run for real. Initial reads Crosshair isn't worth the headache the set for Hunter specifically. Yes. Hunter's not worth 6. Hunter arguably isn't worth 4.
Oh, Crosshair?
Sorry, Crosshair. Yeah. Crosshair is not worth 4, arguably. You need a lot of resources for Hunter to be really good. Tapping to deal 2 damage is not enough damage. Now you can buff,
but
like
that's a slow process.
That's a slow process, right? Is to buff.
You're like, I spent 2 resources and a buff Hunter's power. My plan's like, I remove it.
So the Magic player in me read Fett's Fire Spray and was like, this card is insane.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you play with Fett's Fire Spray and almost everybody's unique. And a lot of times when Fett's Fire Spray wins, it's because it's doing 5 damage in the air. Right.
Like, I think how many times have we actually used the action on Fett's Fire Spray? It's been a handful.
Yeah, I think I played against someone who had it in limited. And I had the initiative, so I was able to attack with a unit that they could tap. Yeah. Right.
And Crosshair and Tarkin, he's not Imperial, is he?
He's not Imperial. I think he's Fringe Clone, but he might be Imperial Clone. I don't. I think he's like Clone, right? Is he Imperial Clone? I don't know.
I wouldn't. Well, he might be Imperial Clone actually, because he did join Oilers. Imperial Clone Trooper. Okay. Yeah, okay. You're right. Okay. No, you're right. That probably
he might be okay
because you could like buff him up and then he's a fat-butted unit.
Yeah, he does have 6 toughness, right? Like he's not easy to take off the table. Okay, I got a real interesting hand. 6. I guess I got initiative. That. It feels insane to resource that card. I guess this. Okay. I'm going to start by playing Omega. Search the top 5 for a clone. Now, I had 3 clones in my hand. There's only 12 clones in the deck, so I actually think Omega misses a bunch.
Oh.
Now, the clone that's worth playing is Wrecker, obviously, right? All right, we hit tech. We got the curve. The curve is online.
Play Crafty Smuggler. In the similar vein of Omega, I was thinking about playing Grief Karga in the Mando deck. He's on Mando, but like he's always getting something you really want.
Yeah. 2/2 for 2 is like that's a tough pill to swallow.
But like he gets a card.
So now I was thinking about it, and here's the thing: people have gotten way more aggressive in the game.
They're less likely to just remove your.
That's correct. Yes, like in this instance,
I think it sticks around.
Yeah, in this instance, you probably craft this because you don't like I don't want you playing clones.
Yeah,
it doesn't.
exactly.
You can't take the risk that she just hangs around. Or I will take initiative.
I'll pass.
Okay. Now. Is that? My resource in. Interesting. I don't know what to do with this deck.
I guess the hunter resource decision is very.
It's not easy.
Very challenging.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
It's absurd. Okay. I'm going to reveal Omega, draw Omega, replace Omega. Sorry, put Omega in my hand, replace Omega.
Okay.
That's my first action.
I'm going to play Lurking TIE Phantom.
Okay.
Lots of people's favorite card in the set. Maybe my favorite card in the set. It's super sick. I want a playset of these hyperspace ones because these look ridiculously cool. Hyperspace.
Yeah.
They look really
border.
cool.
Yeah.
I might just go buy
those. They did. So one of the things you can do when you're doing sci-fi space shit,
use any color you want.
Use any color background for space.
Yeah.
And everything looks way badass.
It looks super cool.
Looks badass. Just say it's a nebula or something.
Yeah.
People don't know. People don't know. Okay. Now, I guess I have.
Did you get the Hunter Showcase?
Omega is going to attack your base for 2.
Okay, I'm going to attack your base for 2.
Okay. I will.
Hunter Showcase looks good too. I think my favorite showcase is probably like looking one. That's tough. Hunter does look really good.
So showing you the other Omega scared you off.
Made me not, because if I fight that, you just play it, right?
Yeah.
I'm better off getting 2 damage on your base.
Yeah.
That way, if you play it, then you have to sacrifice 1 anyway.
All right, I'm gonna play Maz.
Okay, I'll take initiative.
All right, I will pass. Dude, I got like 1 million cards in hand.
Feels good.
20 cents versus 5.75 for the Phantom Hyperspace. The market agrees, yeah.
5.75 for Phantom Hyperspace? What's the Hyperspace foil? Because I'll pay 5.75. I'll pay 10 for Hyperspace foil. I don't give a F. Alright, I will play Cartel Spacer and exhaust the Maz, I guess.
Okay. Alright, I am going to play Echo. I'm going to discard Omega and buff Omega. Interesting tension happening, right? You see that?
Yeah. Because you kept. Okay, I see. Yeah.
You see?
Yeah, I do see.
See?
I'm gonna surprise strike. I think I'm gonna take out the Echo.
Okay. Because of the restore.
Because of the restore, yeah.
Oh, and I'm sorry, my Ma's got a +1/+1.
Yeah.
Okay. Omega. 4 to base. Green, yellow. When do you start ambushing me? That's the next question.
Smuggling?
Or
ambushing?
I'll hit you for 4.
I'll hit you for 4.
Alright, I'll take initiative.
Yes.
Where's the Marauder? You know how sick the Marauder is going to be right here? You know how sick it is?
I actually don't know what the Marauder does. Wait. No, I actually don't know what it does.
Okay, so the Marauder, Ah, I didn't draw it. I can't believe I didn't draw it. The Marauder is 5-drop, ambush, 4/6 in space, and when played, if you have a unique unit, you can take a unit that shares a name with something that's in play and resource it. Put it into play as a
I see. That's really
resource.
good.
Yeah,
That's
it would be
super good.
sick here. It's
Yeah.
kill the Phantom. Maz gets +1, ramps me. Oh,
But it ain't happening.
that's not
So
happening.
just forget about it.
None of that's occurring. None of that's occurring. All right, we're gonna play the Falcon, and Maz is gonna get a +1/+1 counter.
The Falchion. I'm gonna overwhelming barrage the tie. I could do the spacer. I don't know. It depends on what I'm blasting here, because I'm thinking about blasting Omega. But blasting the Falcon's pretty tempting, because it's threatening my Phantom, my precious Phantom. Yeah, I'll just do 4 of the Falcon.
Okay. All right. Hondo deploys on 6.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So okay, so I'm gonna take 12 in space. I could take 2 on the ground. Sorry, I'm gonna end up. Wait. 6,
7, 8.
7, 8, 9,
10.
10. Puts me to 16. Plus 7, 13. 13 to 16. Or 14 to 10. Which of those numbers do I prefer? I think I prefer 14 to 10. So I'll kill the crafty smuggler.
Take it for 6.
Omega's gonna attack you for 4.
Take it for 2.
I'm gonna Spark of Hope the Falcon.
Okay. Take initiative.
I will pass. All right, we're at 7. We hit 1 ramp, so it's hunter time, baby.
Pretty scary. All right. Take it for 2.
6 cards. Green, yellow. Deploy hunter. You play another unit. Let's U-wing.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Oh,
let's
God.
let's just do that. 10.
1468 for hyperfoil. Yeah, I'll do that. I think it's worth. They're so cool, man.
Oh. This shit is
In
sick.
10 years, I'll be able to buy a house with those.
This shit is
No
sick.
problem. Yeah.
All right, raining it, the Marauder,
Oh, yeah.
R2D2, and the Clone Deserter. All right, you care about these?
No.
That's 3 experience tokens on Maz. Now, I spent a lot of time saying I don't think this 100 deck is good. I think I got a pretty good draw
Okay.
off of it, right?
Mhm.
Like, I think I got a pretty good draw.
I don't know that your draw is better than
Um,
average for the deck, though.
Okay, choose a card in my discard pile. Omega is going into the discard pile.
Yeah.
Ambush will take out the Phantom. R2D2 is going to take a look at the top card here. do I put that? I guess I'll just slap that under. I don't think there's a reason to keep that there. Okay. All right. Good.
What does this do? What's the bounty?
Draw card.
Draw card.
Yeah, see if you kill me, get a draw card.
I'm gonna McClunky the Marauder, I guess.
Okay. Toast. All right. I am. Maz is going in for 6.
I'm gonna play Cartel Spacer.
Tap Omega. Oh, you don't control another yellow unit.
Don't.
You want to?
I don't.
You gonna McClunky someone else, I guess. Omega is gonna hit you for 4.
I'll play this type Phantom. I mean, I could have played that first, but
yeah,
just attack.
The Hunter is coming in.
I'll take initiative. I guess I could deploy Hondo and for no reason. So I'll take initiative.
Hunter's gonna hit you for 5.
Actually, I will deploy Hondo.
Okay. Hunter's gonna hit you for 5.
Okay.
And then on attack, I'm going to reveal this Omega. They're gonna go there. Shares a name. Yeah. Add that there. Boom. Okay.
I'll take initiative now.
All right. I will pass.
I'll die.
Oh yeah.
I can't stop
Ooh.
any of those things from killing me. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't. The results. I'm gonna put an asterisk and say results not typical there.
We'll see. You can run it back one more time.
Okay. Results not typical. Maz got.
I don't know. I see potential with Hunter for sure.
Maz got out of control.
Yeah, like I don't know.
So interestingly, I had Spark of Hope and Omega in my hand. So if you kill Omega and Echo, that was my hand. So my turn, I had 3 resources. I had resourced Omega. I had initiative. I activated, showed you the Omega, put it in my hand. So that scared you off from attacking the Omega.
Mm-hmm.
But if you had killed Omega, I could have Spark of Hoped her back.
Which would have been
And then
insane.
the next turn, I could play her and then hunt her again and stuff like that. So, Splatter Frog! Thank you for that prime.
Well, this is also learning how to play around the other characters.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't know what plays you're making, and if you don't know what plays your opponent's making, you're probably going to lose.
Yes.
to their shenanigans.
Now I had I could hit a Cloud Rider, so I could like Cloud Rider and Marauder, which there's a lot of board states where that's probably good off of a Ewing reinforcement.
I also didn't get any smoke cards till last turn.
Oh, okay, yeah.
All of my cards, so yeah. I just had like a jetpack down there, which wasn't doing anything.
Yeah, because you had a bunch of units. So,
if I had jetpack on 4, I think it would have been.
I linked that.
decent.
Did you look at that mono yellow Boba Space deck? That deck seems sweet.
Yeah, it does. I mean, the Boba turn where you can ready a resource and then attack with him and ready 2 more, and then you could triple Dark Raid off the extra resources. It seems crazy.
Yeah,
seems really crazy.
Yeah. That deck seems sweet. That WordPress page. That dude's apparently a competitive versus player, and so that mono yellow space. I linked it in our Discord for anybody confused about what I'm talking about. But that's a really cool looking deck. That's one that's going to enter the playtest pipeline at some point because it is almost 100% space. There's a lot of really cool redundancy in the deck that I like.
Yeah.
And that deck seems super fast and. If they don't answer the Phantom, like the turn you slam it, they probably can never answer it.
Yeah.
There's like no way to kill it ever.
It is. I wanted to try like a Tarkin space build. Just Tarkin with Phantom is by itself is really, really good. So, also thank you, Splatter Frog, for that crime. I don't know if we thanked you, but thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, I will keep.
I'm gonna fall in the same hole as I did with Kylo. This deck's a little more like it's a little less balls to the wall kind of thing. It's a little less all in. Kylo's like, my hand's gone. Are you dead? Well, okay.
All right.
I guess I lose.
All right.
I'm playing Poe in here too.
Are you playing the Rancor?
I'm not playing the Rancor. I was thinking
the Rancor seems decent because you can, like, presumably the Rancor can come down the turn you use her.
Yeah.
And she gets a bunch of extra damage, and the Rancor damages damaged units, right? So the Rancor could clean up some of the stuff that's
I was thinking about I think I might put the Rancor instead of... I play Poe, and Poe just like feels like it's a really good unit, and it's in Hero Red, so you should play it. But maybe it doesn't really fit with this plan, right?
Yeah, fair enough.
I put it, but I did.
Poe's insane.
Poe's insane.
Like, if you're playing Red Hero, it's like...
It's hard to justify not playing him.
Yeah, I agree. I really agree. Okay, dude, I don't think there will ever be a deck that is as hard to resource with as this Hunter deck. You think it would be easier because you get to do all this resource manipulation, but you need to, like, you have to keep lines open, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Peeps champ.
All right.
I'll play. I guess we didn't roll.
We're doing all right.
15.
10.
Play Bo-Katan.
Okay. I am going to play R2D2. We're going to take a look at the top card. All right, we'll leave that right there.
Take initiative.
I am going to Hunter and show you R2D2.
He does it every time.
Bang! That's turn one. That's what I was talking about right there. Like I said, I feel like this is low double digits, but I think it increases for every one drop that you include.
Got to showcase our Garsax and trying to figure out decks to make him work. But
Oh,
the
yeah,
one we played the other day was pretty good. I do want to try him with.
Sorry, you will be called a nerd if you play it.
I wouldn't play it, but I think him with red is probably really potentially good.
Okay, and so here's this signals to you that you have to kill this R2D2, because otherwise I just play the R2D2 and I get free cards every turn, right?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Right.
Because I have the R2 in my hand. You know I've got the 2 units, right?
So how does that work? How do you get free cards?
So I draw 2.
Yeah.
I resource this R2D2.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah. See?
I got you.
See? All right, so I'll draw 2. I will resource. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna attack R2.
Ow. All right. Now, do I want to replay R2, or do I want? Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll pay 1. We'll reveal R2D2. We'll put R2 into my hand. We'll put the top card of the deck and play as a resource.
Okay, I'll shoot R2.
Bang. He's toast. I am going to Spark of Hope R2.
Okay. I'll play Protector of the Throne.
I will take initiative.
I'll pass.
I'm going to play Cobb Vanth.
And I'll attack you for 3.
I will play R2D2. Okay. Yeah, we'll leave that card there.
I'll attack you for 2. This is what you search for a 2 cost and discard it, and you can play 3. Okay, yeah. I don't feel like I want to kill that guy right now. I'll take you for 2.
Okay. I'm gonna pay 1 and show you this R2D2. Put this into play. Put R2 in my hand.
Wonderful. I will aggression. I'm gonna blast R2 for 4 and ready Bo-Katan.
I will take initiative.
I'll attack you for 3. And I'll shoot Cobb.
Cobb Vanth.
And pass. Cobb salad.
All right. I'm gonna price on your head Bo-Katan.
Okay. I'll play Heroic Resolve on the Protector.
Right. I am going to spare the target on Bo-Katan, and so that's going to let me resource the top card of my deck. Collecting the bounty.
I'll attack you for 3.
I'm gonna play R2D2.
Play Sabine.
I'm gonna deploy Hunter.
Play Bo-Katan.
I'm gonna have Hunter fight the Protector of the Throne. He takes 3. Oh, and on attack, I'm going to show you Cobb Vanth. We'll resource something.
I'm shooting Cobb.
Bang. All right, so when defeated, search the top 10 cards of your deck for a unit that costs 2. So defeated, he's in the discard pile. 5, 10.
And I do that because you can attack with Cobb, kill one of my units, and get the thing anyway. This way, you have to take another action to play a guy.
And then I'm going to play Cloud Rider.
Okay, well.
Your action.
That
Oh,
was my
so
action.
that was killing him.
my action,
All right, so
yeah.
my action is going to be to play Cloud Rider and kill Bo.
Okay, now I'll take initiative.
I will pass. I cut the home one from the deck, but I think home one would clinch it here if I just played the home one.
That's probably true.
Right?
I'll attack you for 3.
Okay. Well, at 14. Bo can come down. Six open, 3 cards in hand.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have like any Sentinel in this deck. Not that I think that's like a mistake necessarily. This R2 is not over there. That is not good enough. I gotta get some damage in at some point. Bo can hit me for some, can slap me up around this turn. Let's have R2 attack for 1. We'll look at the top card. We'll leave that right there.
Shoot Hunter.
Ow. Owie. Alright, I'm gonna play another Cobb Vanth.
I'll deploy Bo.
Hunter is going to attack your base for 5.
Using an ability?
No.
No.
No. I was backed into a corner here. I couldn't quite do it the way I wanted to.
I'm gonna arm to the teeth.
Oh God. I'm gonna play Marauder, and then I'm gonna put Cobb Vanth into the resource row.
Marauder's kind of nuts. I'll attack you for 6.
Yep.
And the question is, do I want to shoot something? Or I could like kill Cobb. I think I just do 2 damage to Hunter.
Sure. Okay. I'll take initiative.
I'm gonna play Katsu Onyo. And then actually I could use target down here. Actually, I'll do the 2 damage to the Marauder.
Okay.
And then you take initiative, and then I'll target down it.
Okay.
I forgot about target down.
Yeah.
That's why it's there.
Okay.
Alright, then I'm done.
This deck is incredibly resource hungry. I know I got 10
Yeah, right?
resources, but I could use infinite. I could use 400 of them. Okay. I am going to have Hunter surprise strike bow for 8. I will get to overwhelm you for 1. On attack, Hunter is going to I'm gonna reveal Cobb Vanth. On attack, and reveal a resource you control. Yeah. So I'm gonna reveal Cobb Vanth, and this comes down there. Okay. He's toast. That'll save me a lot of damage there.
All the chaos of war.
All right. I take 4.
I take 3.
I'm gonna Cloud Rider Sabine.
I'll attack you for 3.
27. Well, we gotta get some cards out of hand here. We will play Echo, discard Cobb, buff Cobb.
House cast soldier.
Cobb is gonna kill Katsu Ono.
Heroic resolve.
I will take initiative.
Pass.
I'm at 10. Yeah, no reason not to put that there. Okay. We're gonna have Echo fight the Housecast Soldier. I'll restore 2.
Pope.
I'll have Cobb fight Poe for 5. So search the top 10. 5.
This is good, right?
Oh yeah. 10. We'll put Maz down here.
That's good. I'm gonna put the heroic resolve on Poe.
I'm gonna deploy Maz for free.
Okay, take initiative.
I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4. Deploy tech. Smuggle tech in. Maz gets a counter. This goes there. I'm gonna pay 4. Smuggle in the Cloud Rider to finish off Poe. This goes there. Smuggle that in. R2 is going to attack for 1. Look at the top card. I will smuggle in Greedo.
Tech is what the frick, man.
All right.
What the hell?
All right. Tech. Oh, Maz got 2. So 1 for the Cloud Rider, 1 for Greedo. Okay. All right. Done. Draw 2.
All right, we can pack it up.
Resource 1. Oh, but I haven't started smuggling into Falcons.
I don't care.
I got U-wing reinforcements in my hand. Whew.
Big brain.
Dirtling around. Yeah, the truly brilliant decks often walk the line between dirtling around and doing next level plays, right?
That's true. All right, let's try next one.
This deck kind of sick.
Yeah, actually functioned like better than you thought it would.
Yeah, it did. It did. In play, right now. So yeah, Hunter. I was not thrilled to build the Hunter deck, but then like I put some stuff in and I was like trying around. I was like, yeah, you know what? I drew a couple test hands. I was like, oh, sick. You can like this happens. This thing on turn 1 happens more. It was just like a random test draw where I was like, oh, I could play R2 and use it this turn. Like use Hunter's
R2
ability.
was really a problem.
Yes,
It was definitely a problem.
yeah, it doesn't die easy, right?
Yeah.
Like you have to devote some resources.
R2 fits very well in his deck, right?
Yes, because I kind of wanted to like do C3PO too because you're actually like, but C3PO costs 2. I think that's a little bit harder to justify. So Maz was like. Maz got a lot of value.
Maz is like win condition.
Yeah,
it's quite. It's crazy,
clear
right?
on Dryad, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
It's
it gets out of hand fast.
yeah, it quickly moves past the free kills and into this is a problem territory.
Yeah.
All right, we've got a light bounty sideboard in this Dr. Aphra deck, so you can bounty posting based off of what the situation requires. And bounty posting, I think, is particularly good with Dr. Aphra because you can bounty posting for a free bounty, and that's 2 cards towards Aphra's condition, right?
Yeah.
So, talking about a 10/10 Maz using set 3 cards. One less, so 6.
What the hell? 19.
Mulligan. It's a good thing there's no villain tech, is all I gotta say.
You're probably right about that. It's like, is that worth playing in villain?
Wait, hold up. All right, that's fine. Put that there. Okay, I'll play Greedo.
Take initiative.
All right. When the regroup phase starts, I discard the top card of my deck. This is Avenger. So I got a 9.
Foil Avenger?
This is a hyperspace
I didn't know
foil
you had
Avenger.
that. That's
yeah,
sick.
yeah. I don't. The other Avengers were in the Kira deck.
Okay.
So I have a
I'll show
1 of Avenger. Oh yeah, it's just sick looking. Looks like it's coming out of hyperspace.
That's sick. Okay, next turn.
Resource what? You? I think it's you. Greedo, Also mills you for Afra's ability.
I'll take it for 2.
Okay. I'm gonna play the client.
I'm gonna take captive the client.
Okay.
I feel like if I don't do that right now, I'm in trouble.
Do we have Greedo take the shot? I'll attack you for 3.
3's the win counter. Well, we're just tracking wins over the stream for this one. We don't have it. We're not doing playing best of 3s or anything. Attack me for 3. I'll take initiative.
This guy's public enemy.
Fair.
Okay, pass. Oh, I'm supposed to mill a card. I've already seen these cards. I'm just going to mill a card. I don't think it matters. It just should be a random card. This deck needs to draw cards
somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm burning through cards right now.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna smuggle. Finally, the smuggler starfighter.
Yeah, give Greedo minus
give
power.
Greedo -3 attack, and I get to give an experience token of something. So I'm worried about smuggler because it's like a bunch of eggs in this basket. So I think I'll just put it on this guy.
Okay,
because you can kill smuggler with any number of things.
I'm going to chain code collector attack the smuggler, and that'll get rid of the shield.
Okay, I'll attack you for 2.
Okay. I'm gonna take initiative.
I'll pass.
All right. Start of the regroup phase. Discard a Cloud Rider, and then draw 2. Okay, Greedo's going to take out the crafty smuggler. I am not going to take the shot. Yeah, I won't take the shot. Public bounty. This has to. Is it defeated? Do I have a chance to use public enemy on the client if I've recovered him from captive? This is a great rules question. I don't know the answer to. My opponent has taken the client captive. I have bounty public enemy. When this unit is defeated or captured, his opponent collects the bounty.
When defeated.
And then this is on you until it's defeated, right? Like this take
I would say probably.
I think you do, right?
I
get to
probably.
choose. Now, if you had attacked into Greedo, you would be the active player and you could choose.
Yeah.
You could choose to shield my chain code collector and then I get back the client, right? Put that capture card face down under that unit until that unit leaves play. So I think I do get to do this here. We'll shield. Actually, you know what? I'm going to just shield the chain code collector. If you want to kill the client, that's fine.
Very well. I'll overwhelming barrage the client.
Okay. Bang. Toast. All right, I'm gonna deploy Dr. Afra. I'm gonna choose Bazine, the client, and the Avenger. Choose 3 cards in your discard pile with different names. Now, does the order in the discard pile matter?
I don't think it does.
Okay. So I'll get these 3. Roll a die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the Bazine comes back to my hand. So now I have got 5. We got the Avenger, Cloud Rider, Greedo, Public Enemy, the client, That's 5. Dr. Afra is a 5.
Take it for 5.
Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, I'll slap you for 5.
Take initiative.
I'll slap you for 4. I will play Bazine and take a look at your hand. Look at opponent's hand. We have not. I wanted to play Bazine. She feels natural in a control shell. Look at opponent's hand. You may discard one of those cards. If you do, that player draws a card. Maul, Lurking TIE Phantom, Cloud Rider, and Boba Fett. You may discard one. I guess I'll discard the Cloud Rider. You're going to 6 next turn, so you'll draw. Okay. And then I'm going to play another Cloud Rider to bring on some extra pressure here. I'm going to feel real stupid if I let you draw into, like, say, a Overwhelming Barrage there, but if you had a second Overwhelming Barrage, her cleaning that up feels pretty clean.
For sure.
Okay. All right, pass. Oh, I'm supposed to mill a card. I'm going to do that. Does she... No, she doesn't do it when she's a leader anymore.
Oh, okay.
She stops milling. Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay. I don't know what that card was. I'm just going to shuffle it in. So, Bazine is cracked. Bazine seems pretty good. Yeah.
Take it for 3.
Afra's going to come in for 5. Man, when she's hitting for 5 on turn 5, that's quite a bit.
That's quite a bit. Play Lurking TIE Phantom.
Chain Code Collector's going to hit you for 4.
I'm like gonna die. I'm gonna play Boba Fett.
Cloud Rider's gonna hit you for 3.
Play Hondo.
I will Rivals Fall Hondo.
Take initiative.
I'll hit you for 1 with Bazine. I'll pass. Hmm. Okay, Small comes down and just like straight up smokes me.
Hondo, yeah. H Omega and D Omega. I just don't think I think you gotta be. I don't know how to make the deck. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know how to make the deck so it's not
Stop
bad.
making fun of me.
Stop it.
I don't know what I'm doing. That's not fair.
I will Overwhelming Barrage to smoke Afra.
Okay. Smoked. Cloud Rider hits you for 3.
I'll Cartel Spacer and exhaust the chain code.
So I'll attack you for 1.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 is not dead. How do I need like Swoop Down and also a bunch of other stuff.
I almost put Swoop Down in the Hunter deck because Swoop Down seems awesome with the Falcon.
Yeah. I guess I'll attack the Chain Code Collector.
Okay, so 3 damage and then take 4.
Yeah.
You're tapped out. I can take initiative. I don't think there's anything that you can do.
Nope.
Right.
I'll attack you for a little bit. And
I can Fennec Shan and blow Boba Fett up.
Yeah.
If you had played Maul, I think Fennec Shan got to blow Boba Fett up.
The Maul was not getting me out of that, so.
Yeah.
Maul kills Aphra and then I die.
Yeah, right.
That's it. Yeah, somebody let me know when you make a good Hondo deck.
I don't know if you'll be revisiting him.
Not until someone else makes a deck.
I think red is probably
Hondo Red.
I think Hondo Red might be a better color.
Yeah,
maybe.
There's like not enough smuggle stuff that works well with like low cost smuggle stuff.
Yeah,
you know.
But you need like the tricks, right? Like the tricks.
It probably needs to be ramping too. I wasn't ramping because I didn't really like have room for ramp, but you need the resources. But like I feel like if you're spending all the time ramping, then there's no getting yourself back in the game.
Yeah, so I think Price on Your Head is like the ramp choice card for smuggle decks because Price on the Head puts the top card of your deck into play, and that could potentially be another smuggle
That's
card,
true,
right?
Yeah.
It's like, whereas Resupply is just always going to be Resupply, or Super Laser Tech is always going to be Super Laser Tech. Price on Your Head costs 2, and yeah, you got to jump through some hoops to get it, but it does get the top card of your deck, and if so, that's like a chance to get smuggle cards, so... Okay. Aphra. I was running on fumes, and then I deployed Aphra, and I felt a lot better about that game.
Aphra kind of surprised me.
No.
I did enjoy the first run with Bo. I just kind of like...
You were close to killing me.
I was real close.
Very close.
There was a turn where I could have played...
You did attack into R2 at one point.
Yeah.
And I was at 27.
That's true. Maybe I should not... Mono Red, why am I attacking dudes?
I don't know. I mean, you were like, you got blinded by the card advantage, right?
You're right. And really, I'm like, you should be able... I'm fine with you drawing extra cards.
Yeah, that's fine.
I blast you in the
You're
hand.
not, like... R2 is a 1/4.
Yeah.
You can hit me for 3, I hit you for 1. Okay.
Yeah, maybe I should have attacked
you. Yeah. Yeah, you want me to answer your...
The value engine takes you, like, actions and
and it's very slow. I probably have to give up initiative. You know. I don't see how like a control deck ever beats that hunter deck, right? Like, how are you supposed to run me out of resources?
You get like 10 cards in your hand.
Grumbly.
Cobb Vance gets you extra guys. You're playing U-Wing Reinforcement.
They're like, kill Cobb Vance. You're like, okay, here's another guy.
Yeah.
Here's Maz. Like,
Cobb's pretty good.
Use premium removal on my 1-drops.
What's up, Grumbly? Man, they're just like, every time we play with new cards, it's like the world of possibilities is presented.
It expands.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Expands yet further. Okay, is this hand as dope as that previous one? All right, so this is an easy mulligan. I think perhaps that is a mulligan.
Trade modifying set 1 decks with set 2 cards. That's what we're gonna do after we finish getting through all the leaders.
Yes.
For the new leaders.
Yeah. So because I feel like the deck that I like used the most set 1 cards in, I lost my ass with, and it was that Kira deck. It did not perform well. Did not live up to the standards. But so we're using this to test new cards because these are like actual live fire exercises for new cards, right? This is an opponent like trying to win the game, trying to disrupt your plan, and like that hunter deck surpassed my expectations because I thought for sure a human brain would like cut that deck to pieces.
The tech turn is crazy.
Yeah,
tech is wild.
Tech had like 10 plus resources. It just
have a giant
stuff starts happening.
The DJ tech combo with Old Han.
Right. Yeah, that's like so I've got the initiative. El Bahas.
Sabine.
Now Cloud Rider Sabine.
Okay, I'll take initiative.
Here you go. End of the regroup phase begins. Discard. Discard wants it. Draw.
You gotta evacuate, you can keep repeating it. Oof. Oof.
That. Okay.
Protector of the throne.
I will play the client.
Take initiative.
I will put public. Yeah, sure. I'll put public enemy on protector.
Okay.
And then pass. Start of the regroup phase. Discard. It is the client. Draw.
I'm playing the Dark Saber. I know that I'm about to get blown out, but I gotta play it.
Let's freeze that in carbonite.
Okay. Take initiative.
I will fight the protector and do 2 damage, lose my shield. And then I will pass. Start of the regroup phase. Afra Mills. Supreme Leader Snoke. And then draw. Afra's like this. Like her.
When do you lose carbonite? When you defeat it.
Yeah.
When you fucking break it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You sneak into Jabba's palace posing as a bounty hunter, and in the middle of the night.
Play aggression. Defeat 2 upgrades.
Sure.
Done. And also 4 damage or a card. I'll do 4 to the client.
Bang. Takedown.
Yeah.
I had to get it within range of takedown.
Alright. Take initiative.
Attack you for 2.
Mono red versus blue decks is fucking miserable, man. That's awful.
Let's see. We got 2, 0, 3, 8, 3, 0, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep.
Okay. Am I bring? Yeah.
I don't see why not.
Afra's my win con.
Yeah, yeah. Exactly.
Like Afra's like literally my win con, right? Let's get Snoke. Or let's choose Snoke. Takedown and Frozen and Carbonite.
You have to get 3 different costs.
3 different
Or
costs.
just any 3?
3 cards in your discard pile
Okay.
with different names.
Different
you need
names.
3 different
Okay.
names, right? And I am trying to get it. So I should choose. Yeah. So Frozen and Carbonite. I feel like I should get one of the 0s and one of the 3s, because then I have a 2/3 chance. I get to do Steiner math. I'm excited for it. So 0s and 3s, since I've got duplicates of those, means that if I get one of them back, so I'll do Snoke.
Oh, you don't want to turn off Afra.
Right. So I'll do Snoke, Frozen and Carbonite, and Wanted.
Then you can't turn her off that way, right?
If I hit
If you hit
Snoke,
Snoke, you do.
if I hit Snoke, she turns off.
Okay.
All right. So 1, 2 is Wanted. 3, 4 is Carbonite. 5, 6 for Snoke. All right, we hit Snoke. She turns off, but we get the more powerful card, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's fine. You took initiative. Attack you for 2. All right, and then pass. Draw 2. You see, I'm a genetic freak. looking at Snoke. Which of these goes away? I guess it's
Snoke.
you.
I don't know. I guess I just lose. I guess I lose. So she is not buffed right now.
She's not. She's a 2/5. She's very susceptible.
I'm gonna play the Protector.
With 4 Lawment.
Orange Protector is bad. I'll deploy Bo-Katan.
You get to kill. You just get to kill here, huh?
What's up, Beppis?
Afra's gonna attack your base for 2. It's possible I should attack with a client because
Embrace
Ah! Client is gonna hit your base for 2.
I attack Afra.
Okay.
I do 1 damage. I do 2 damage. That's fucking sick.
You get even more damage, and she just
Yeah, that was badass.
sprays.
She does another damage. That's just extra damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's unnecessary.
No base damage, but I got to murder everything you had. So
Yeah. I'll take initiative.
pass. Yeah, Setu is sick.
I guess this.
We'll probably use some more keyforge once the new set comes out.
Yeah. How close is that? I don't know how close it is.
Who can say? Who can say?
I'm gonna Rivals Fall Bo-Katan.
I'll play Casca Reeves.
I'll take initiative.
I'll give her a flamethrower. Okay, pass. She's ready to murder anything. 5 damage.
Oh, I gotta discard a card to Afra. Another Rivals Fall. Let's Power of the Dark Side, Casca.
Oh, detention block risk. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not the right card. I thought it was. I thought it was the do damage. I'll play Ketsuonya.
I'll take initiative.
I'll aggression and ready Ketsu and draw a card.
Okay. Yeah, it'll kill. Yeah.
And then I'll attack you for 3.
Sure. Misclick, deal damage.
That's the third. 3 damage to you now. And I'll pass.
Mill a card for Afra. Draw. What should I do with my large number of super interesting keyboard decks? I diligently scour DOK4 now that I don't play anymore.
No.
We had somebody, one of the locals is
Keep ones you really like.
is trying to get rid of some, and somebody almost bought them just to keep at the store, just to teach people the game. 6, 7, 8. We're gonna play Snoke.
Yeah.
Whoop.
Play Poe.
I'll take initiative.
I'll Heroic's Resolve on Poe. He still dies to Snoke, I guess. I'll pass.
Okay. Draw. Oh, sorry. Mill for mill.
I
Draw.
can't defeat Snoke in the million years, so I'll pack it up here.
All right.
I don't want to deal with this anymore.
Doctor.
I was excited for a minute though with Bo-Katan, and I think that's worth something. I think
something.
I want to try because the problem is all the units are
did-
just so fragile
Yeah.
in this deck, and that's what I was worried about because
Yeah.
like you don't have the shield and the fat butts that the blue
Right.
has. So
Right.
if you do Bo with
Could
blue,
50 plus card decks become more viable sets are released?
yeah,
Yes,
definitely,
I think so.
definitely.
And I mean, there was a sideboard plan against control decks was to sideboard up plus 10 cards, so that way you had more time before you got fatigue, right? And I think that's completely viable still.
And if you're sitting on like 51 or 52 cards and you're like, I don't want to cut anything, just run it.
It's probably
especially
fine.
with like the new smuggle mechanics, you're really churning through your deck quick.
I think the math on one card with the smuggle mechanic is probably more favorable than people would like care to admit.
I agree.
I'm not like a high level mathematician. I can kind of do napkin math.
If you're not like building around a select few cards that you're like, I need to see this every game, right? These are always going to be really good for me. If your plan is more broad, then going above 50 is even easier.
Yeah, and I suspect, this is my suspicion, is that the set, this has added so many lines of play. I actually think the early game is substantially more interesting now.
Yes, but with the bounties and stuff.
It's still important.
Yeah, Bounties Spark of Hope makes it really interesting.
Yes. There's a lot of things that
it's less of just like play your 2-drop unit. It's not that anymore.
It was no brainer to just do the thing. Like if you've got initiative, you play a unit and I put price on the head on it, like I get blown out if you like bounce your guy.
That's what I was thinking. Like if you win the roll and you're playing against someone that you expect is playing price in their head, or if you're playing price in your head, do you defer? You don't see your hand yet.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So like.
Yeah. So it's like the initiative is more important now, and
it's almost like 50-50. I feel like whether or not you defer.
Yeah.
It's not even necessarily up to your deck.
A lot of the leaders actually want to see what the opponent's doing first. And before, like part of the reason why before I think Sabine Yellow was the queen of aggro decks. I think that's what emerged from the aggro deck meta, right? Yeah. And the reason I bring it up is because for a while there, Leia was more popular than Sabine for aggro, because the Leia deck could actually get initiative.
Yeah.
And if you use Sabine's ability, most of the time it was do 1 damage, give the opponent the initiative. And that meant negative damage for you, because tapping Sabine to do a damage meant that they could remove one of your guys before you got to attack with them. And attacking with them for the damage was better.
Yeah.
And Leia had lines where you could attack with 2 units, keep the initiative. You can take a favorable trade with a unit and then get damage in with another, and then so I don't think it's a mystery that Leia, for a while there, Leia was slightly more popular because of its ability to actually do stuff with initiative, and now initiative is not a clear-cut binary decision. Having initiative is good. The opponent having it is bad, right? Now you need information from what your opponent is doing. I do think cards like Bazine and Kira are probably better. Leia's always been the most popular deck in your locals.
Really?
Is it because it is cheap to build relative to the blue control?
I think this set releasing cheapened decks so much. Cheapened competitive decks.
So their prices of some cards have already come down some. I would not be surprised if prices drop a little bit further.
Oh yeah, I mean the set came out last week.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean we're not even a week.
It's like the people on TCG Player the last 2 weeks were pre-selling at whatever prices they just made up.
Yeah.
And there was limited product. Now everyone has their stuff. Yeah. And the market is gonna like kind of normalize over the next month. A lot of the
first set legendaries felt like must-haves, and I consciously didn't play Boba Fett in any of the decks that I played. Now I think Boba Fett's still probably sick, and Cad Bane, because you're already doing a bunch of damage. The chances of Boba being able to kill stuff with his ability have gone up. So probably a couple of those guys got plenty of product though. I mean, I think the Leia deck's decision tree is smaller than other decks, right? There's something, and
yes, definitely.
We're talking about aggro players.
The decision tree of every deck, I feel like, has now branched substantially.
Yeah. We're talking about aggro players, and I do make fun of aggro players, but and I don't think aggro in this game is as brain dead as say it was in Hearthstone circa 2014.
You really got to sequence your stuff right, or else you just get blown out.
Yeah.
As seen by
and you got to know when to grab initiative. You got to know when to use ECL if it's in your build, whatever, right? You got to know where to grab your damage. You got to know what your outs are. You got to play to your outs. That's why I think R2 was so popular in the aggro decks. One, he doesn't roll over. Like R2 plus Surprise Strike probably finishes a lot of games. R2 gets to mill, right? Or it gets to look at your deck, and so R2 is filtering to your outs, right? And if you know the matchup, then R2 is letting you draw, like, you know, he's letting you opt basically during
It's
the
like
game.
I feel like I should play R2 in this deck, right?
Yeah, probably.
Because like it's not Mando, but who cares?
Yeah, but if you put a flamethrower on R2, which is canonical,
Precisely.
it's canonical.
Or you give him a jetpack, or you give him
Yeah.
a fucking gun, or
Yeah.
he can have the Darksaber, but it costs 6.
You keep hearing about Control getting a lot of tools, but I updated my Vader list and I can't buy a win. It seems. Is that Vader blue or Vader green? Control's hard to play at the beginning of a meta. That's true.
Yeah, you really got to know. So the
because
thing about
everybody's
Control is
playing.
you need to know the lines of your opponent's decks.
Yes,
You really need to know what you're playing.
You got to time the game is so different from Keyforge. Heavily microsequence, dude bash, predetermined curve math stuff. I'm wondering if that changes much once game advances.
I think that's just the nature of the game. That's just how it is, right? It's
Yeah.
just, you have to weigh the decision you're going to make every time you take an action.
Yeah, so Nihil, you're a good sounding board for this, right? Because Keyforge is a game where you're building towards something, and people who came from other card games came from Magic to Keyforge struggle sometimes at the beginning because they're used to just trying to kill everything the opponent has, right? And that's not how you win games of Keyforge. You win games of Keyforge by generating amber, and that often means ignoring your opponent's creatures and using yours to generate amber, right? In this game, if you've got magic instincts, bashing dudes is usually correct.
Yeah,
does pay off, right?
Especially if you get favorable trades.
Now the funny thing is, drawing cards situationally is wrong in this game because the game is kind of tempo oriented, right? In that first set, and I think in this set there's enough stuff low to the ground and early in the curve that drawing cards has gotten better. I think drawing cards in this set is better.
Yeah.
That Afra deck, they're like you get to the Afra turn and I'm like, man, I wish I had like 2 or more cards in my hand because I've like played out stuff. The bounty stuff is really, really powerful. It's really undercosted. But that does mean that you've got less cards in your hand, as your decision making is harder.
I think that list has a lot of potential. Her as a 5/5, because you could have easily just been smashing me for 5, but you had to take 2 damage attacks.
Yeah,
I mean, Snoke did eventually win you the game, but I think if Afra was smashing me for 5, I would have also lost my ass.
Yeah,
I was going to lose to whatever card you got back, I think, anyway.
Yeah.
In that situation.
Yeah.
I hadn't done any damage to you, so you know.
Yeah, right. I was ahead on damage, right?
Yeah.
Like that's not where you want to be.
I don't know how the mono red deck gets around like play a guy, it gets killed. Play a guy, it gets killed. Play a guy, it gets killed.
Finally got your box, put a regular and hyperspace Poe and Crate Dragon from your box. Can't complain.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's really
from
good.
what I hear, Poe and Crate Dragon are in the same legendary cycle. So if you see one, the other one's likely around.
That's a good
that's-
indicator.
yeah.
So if you open a pack of some store's display and you get a crate dragon,
You're kind of like
maybe I should buy the rest.
Maybe
of this
I'll
box.
buy the rest of the box, right? Yeah. This is not financial advice. That seems to be the trend, is that Poe and Crate Dragon are in the same kind of stretch of legendaries. And hyperspace Poe is like $70 or something. So
yeah, there's
box
probably
mapping,
some
yeah,
amount of box
that's-
mapping that happens.
there's a lot of the. I'm not gonna say that if you're box mapping that you're a complete sweaty nerd.
But you got some sweaty nerd in you.
Yeah, you got some sweaty nerd. Yeah, it's like why don't you try mapping the blackjack deck at Vegas and see how that goes for you? Okay, all right. Collision issue potentially. There was box mapping in the first set. There was just far less of the first set.
I think box mapping is relatively normal.
Yeah, I don't. It's
The
just
thing
print
that
runs,
the
right?
thing that was the problem was that
Sadly, you could track rares too. Okay, yeah.
the problem was that the people that got like no rares in their boxes,
Yeah,
right? We
yeah.
had someone in our Discord have that's like, I really hope FFG addresses that. That's a huge problem, especially if that's just like a thing for some boxes of this set forever. People, it just incentivizes people ever wanting to open boxes of the set.
Yeah, I mean, I think some people will keep sealed product forever, and hopefully it's one of those boxes, right?
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
because, you know.
Someone in the future, the investor buys it or whatever, and they're like, well, no one cracks those boxes anyway, right? So it doesn't matter.
It just sits around forever. Yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah, I mean,
matter
I'm
what's
glad
in
it
it.
wasn't me, right? Better than me.
Yeah, well, that would have been really sad.
So opened a box where half the packs were missing leaders. either had an extra base or common.
That's less of a problem.
Yeah,
but it sucks
I mean,
in
it
draft
sucks,
for
yeah,
sure.
it would suck for draft.
It would make draft confusing.
I think with the store, like a good store would just replace those packs for the purposes of the draft, and then I mean, if you still got rares and legendaries in it, I'd like.
It's not that
I don't know how I'd handle it as a store. I'd probably.
I mean, maybe have like some spare leaders lying around or something.
I opened in the first set. And this is actually a couple weeks back. I passed it because I was trying to win the draft, but I opened the discard this card.
The discard card. Yeah,
the black card that is not supposed to make it into packs.
That's in this set too. Someone showed a picture of it. It looks different. It's like red.
Okay.
It's like red and black now.
Yeah. So I opened that. I passed it to let somebody else have it. 12 missed showcases.
That's true. Yeah.
Minus 12 showcases.
That is true. That's a
maybe they were all showcases.
All right. So Sunday we'll be back, and we've got the last 4 heroes.
We got Finn, Finnick, Boba Fett,
and Gideon.
Yeah. That we'll play, and we'll probably revisit some of the heroes that we've already visited.
Yeah, we might. I was thinking about trying Kylo Green.
3 people open showcases. Yeah, that's bad.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Yeah.
And have a great rest of your week.
Yeah, goodbye.
And goodbye.